All right. Let's look at someone like Mr. Nuhu Badu, who, of course, it's obvious now that his intentions of leaving the APC is to run for governorship in Adamawa State, which, of course, he has showed his interest, and, I mean, he has asked for waiver, and he has been granted waiver. Do you think that is actually ideologically correct for a politician?
So with due respect to you, Shehu, I will hesitate to say that ideological politics has arrived in Nigeria. I don't think so. So you mentioned it, people can call themselves whatever they want to call themselves. You made the legitimate point that when Kwakonso was PDP, the moment he crossed over to APC, that suddenly turned him to, made him a progressive. The publicist mentioned, spoke about manifesto. I dare say, if you compare the manifestos of the parties today, I doubt you will see any fundamental difference in those manifestos. I think what people mistake for being progressive at times is activism. Activism is different from an ideological position. A capitalist can be an activist. So we get things, all these issues, appellations mixed up. And the earlier you straighten it, the better. In the case of Nu, I think he was actually lobbied to come and, for that position. His own, I think, is a very unique situation. Unique in the sense that, he has created an image. I mean, I don't hide my admiration for him. If I had the veto power, he's one of very few people who will appoint the president of Nigeria. I think he's an attractive, person. I don't think he as such will have done it, but I think there was a lot of pressure on him to come to PDP. And that the real politics in Adamawa State all points in the direction of the PDP candidate winning the election. Now, the party found him attractive, as this is the kind of person we will want to be our governor. And if he's, because of his pedigree, what he stood for, what we know he's capable of doing, and then went ahead to ask him to come over. Again, I'm saying this with due respect to others who were there before. I mean, it doesn't take anything away from them. But I don't see any of them who has the kind of image, the kind of personality.
Outside the state?
The kind
even
of
outside the state?
No, in Adamawa, that he has. So, I can say categorically that Nu was not driven by ambition to cross over to PDP. I think it's slightly the other way around, on which there was a movement, that went to lobby him to come.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But we have seen a couple of other people actually that are complaining about his moving into the APC in Adamawa PDP.
Of course. I mean, there are people who are interested parties. You will have seen a lot of stories in the past 1 or 2 weeks, very hostile stories to his. Initially, they were talking that he shouldn't be giving waivers, should be denied and all that kind of thing. Well, that is politicking. So he had opponents who are going to contest with him at the primaries. Those ones, of course, who promote or orchestrate anything that will obstruct or stop him from being the candidate.
All right, let's look at a very key issue that was raised by Chief Tom Ikimi in his letter, and that's the ambition, the vice presidential and the presidential ambition of some members in the APC, which, of course, he tied around the issue of progressive appellation. He mentioned, he said they have come together with different personal agendas built around the central purpose of acquiring national power. Some of them not vice presidential ambition, and some others are warming up for the presidential contest. Well, we're seeing these defections, and it's very close to the 2015 election. What do you think is the implication? If those people are coming to your party now, what do you think the implication is for your own party?
The more the merrier. I mean, if they are not coming as liabilities, I mean, these are strong individuals, Why shouldn't we welcome them? I think that's the more that come, the merrier. You know, especially if they are very significant individuals like that. If it has any implication or consequence for PDP, it is positive.
Interesting, because when we saw a few months, less than 6 months actually, when the former governor of Kano State, Mr. Ibrahim Shekara, who left APC, he was made a minister in President Jonathan's cabinet. Does this actually not obviously make a statement about people moving because of some interests which are perhaps personal?
Well, no, everybody wants to be appreciated. I mean, if I cross over to somewhere and I made a mistake, of course, I want to, that is good. But you see, these are unique instances. You know, these are very, the value of Shekarawi in Kano State is high. You know, it's high, it's highly rated. He has, he's capable of, he's very consequential politically. He's capable of, I think he has a lot of followership. And, well, this is power politics, real politics. If you have that kind of individual in Kano State, where the PDP was disadvantaged, you know, before, and you have somebody coming over, you want to strengthen that person, or solidify him, so that PDP can become competitive in a state that seems to have to tilt to the other side. So making him a minister will do that, gives him power of patronage from a very highly significant political position, you know, to deliver for the party.
Just before I allow you to go, Mr. Oyegun, tell us, Chief Tom Ikimi has not actually come out to say this is where he's going to, but there are indications that it might be coming to your party, the PDP. What do you think this could do for your party ahead of the 2015 elections?
Well, he has only one realistic alternative. If you are leaving APC, where else will you go to? I mean, if that is, if there is a realistic politician in Nigeria. Well, you know, Chief Ikimi, my own assessment of him is that he's a bureaucratic politician. You know, he's good in organization, giving organization and leadership to political parties, relative to other peers and colleagues that he had. Well, he had a head start, being made the chairman of National Republican Convention as far back as 1990. That gives him a, so that is, you know, so he's is good in that respect, you know, as a bureaucratic political leader.
All right. It's interesting, actually. I was just asking you if there are indications of him doing it, but it looks so much now that Chief Tom Ikimi is a member of the PDP. We understand that he's had meetings with the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the PDP, Chief Tony Aneni, and that he has probably joined. So what do you think now the atmosphere will look like? Now he's so sure now that he's going to join, he has joined. Or he's certain.
I think his coming over is largely symbolic. I don't see any critical, well, maybe also with regard to Edo State. Edo State, there is a lot, there is a kind of situation of flux there, you know. The APC is losing ground vis-a-vis the PDP. So this will play into that tendency. It will strengthen that tendency and probably give the PDP an edge over APC in Edo State. That I can say for his movement. Of course, you know, because also of his background, you know, he has a wide network of associates all over the country that he can tap on, you know, positively and usefully for PDP. I think he's a valuable member. I mean, that's my, if he talks, people listen. He has held positions of high political leadership. So to that extent, you know, he's a big catch for the party, especially, as I said, if you look at the trend of events in his own state, that's Edo State. It's going to strengthen, you know, the trend, you know, that is tilting the advantage in favor of PDP. And as I said, he has a wide national network all over the country that the party will find useful.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akin Osuntokun, for talking to us on the program. Akin Osuntokun, a member of the PDP, and is also a columnist in some Nigerian dailies. We've been talking about the state of defections in the country and the implications as we move ahead towards the 2015 general elections. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, Mr. Oyegun. Thank you so very much. I really want to thank you for staying with us on the program. But you can talk to us via our Twitter handle that is showing on your screen, and also via email. On behalf of the team, I'm Sheun Okimbale. Bye for now.